What up, YouTube? This is your girl Pimp back with another video, back with another Black Excellent video. This one is special to me because you know I'm into my guns and everything. And in case you guys don't know, there's a whole group of gun tubers out there, so you definitely check them out. But this is one of them, the big ones. I consider the godfather of the gun tube. We're gonna go ahead and run into my guy, a regular gun guy. How are you doing today, sir?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I ain't gonna complain. You know, the weather was nice in Chicago for a change.
It
So
was, wasn't it?
yes, I'm not gonna complain. But I do know that's the calm before the storm.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get ugly. But that was just one day, and we out
One
of it.
day, I know. Well, let the people know who you are for those who don't know, but plenty should know.
Well, my name Lito. I'm a regular gun guy on YouTube, Instagram. Those pretty much the only two I'm on. I'm on Facebook too, but I don't really be on there like that.
Okay, okay.
Primarily, I just be on YouTube, man, and just trying to do my thing, enjoying my guns, and going live and talking to the community. Real basic. I don't even got a whole lot to me. That's it. I'm from Chicago, as you guys may or may not know, which is why I'm doing this interview.
Yes,
My
girl,
girl's
I
from
greatly
Chicago, so
appreciate
that's what it is.
it. Chi-Town love.
Yes, sir.
Now, when
Yes,
I
ma'am. Should I say the hell am I talking? I
it's
just say
cool.
yes, sir, by habit. Don't
Yeah,
take
but I
that
have yeah, I do it all the time. Especially with my guy friends, I'd be like, oh, I'd be like, yeah, man. I mean, yes, ma'am, and all this stuff. And they were like, it just
way.
happened.
You say yes, ma'am, to your girlfriend.
Because you know, I take care of my grandmother, uh,
Okay.
so I help take care of her, and so it's
Okay.
just the yes, ma'am is just ingrained, you
Okay.
know. So, but like I said, glad to have you on. You are definitely one of my favorite YouTubers. Even
Thank you.
before I knew you was from the Shy. And I've literally seen you go from because when I first saw your video, I don't know if it was your first video or not. It was for the FN 4 or 5, I believe. That's when I first seen your
Absolutely my
video.
very first video.
And
Yeah.
at the time, I think it was only a few subscribers, but I was just so taken back because I like the fact that you are a regular gun guy and that it shows that anybody with the proper training, the proper experience can use a gun. So
Definitely.
I appreciate that about you, Yoki. She fires. Even when you guys don't know something, y'all always seek the answers, and it's like we learning together
Mhm.
as we keep going on and on. And literally, I've seen you go from literally 15 subscribers to almost 9,000 right now. So how does that feel?
It's cool. It's a blessing. I mean, it's all good to me. I don't believe it or not. I don't think about it as much as you might think I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more into just being able to communicate with the people, and I don't care how many subscribers it is. I just, I enjoy it. I count it as a blessing. So
Yeah, same.
I talk to 200 like I talk to five. The same thing with me
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Same thing all the time. Yeah. How does your family feel about it? With the newfound fame.
Fame. I wish. Um, I mean, everybody cool with it. I mean, like it's starting to move a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
so people in the community start to know me a little bit more. So I'm sure that's pretty dope for my family because at first everybody's just like, oh, you gonna do YouTube? It's
Same.
they look at you like YouTube.
Yep.
Then now you see it working, and you have people that really rock with you. They like, oh, let me get in where I fit in too. Kind of where we at with that.
Yeah, because I same for me. Like I always had YouTube, but I never utilized it until the pandemic. And so me, I like to talk shit. I like to review things and stuff like that. So that's how I got into YouTube as well. So for me,
Okay.
like you said, the numbers is cool, but I'm reaching out to those who been there, who always tune in. So that's always greatly appreciated.
That's
Uh,
dope. That's dope. I see you out here working. You getting them on your channel early too. That
I'm
remind me of
trying.
somebody I know. I see you. I see you.
Yeah, because my motto is if I can catch them before they get famous, they can't say they ain't got no time for me. So
We'll see. We'll see.
we'll see. So how did you first get into guns? Or what was your first gun? Or who first put the gun in your hand?
Oh man, you gonna start out with the. Now I got to be diplomatic on my answer. Um, I mean, I've been around guns a long time. I'll say that. My first, who put the first gun in my hand?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, well, the first time I ever touched a gun was probably actually from my grandmother or my pops. I don't remember actually.
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably the first time I ever touched a gun.
Okay.
Now, me being introduced to guns, coming up in the neighborhood, I had like I didn't even have legal guns early on. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I bought guns from my mans, like that type of thing.
Right. Right.
But not even being educated enough to know that I could have just went and got them myself. Like I ain't know that because I ain't had no felonies at the
Mm-hmm.
time. I was lucky enough to get out without any felonies. I almost had one, but we got past that, thank God. But it's like just being in the streets, just being around guns. Like I always felt like you had to be protected moving around. But
Yes.
even growing up, it was nothing then like it is now. Like it's really crazy. These young guys out here now, it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. Because I do ride share, and that was I always had a gun. Like you said, I always had a gun. I always had my FOI card because I used to go hunting. Actually, the first time I ever held a gun was from an 11-year-old. He actually taught me how to use the gun
Really?
when I was in college because we went deer hunting with his family.
Mm.
So I was a shotgun. So at first I was like, oh, I don't like this because shotguns kind of powerful. But as I got older, because in Illinois we really didn't have carry and conceal, but we were still carrying and concealing, like you said, for
Facts.
protection. So yeah, I had the FOI card, the gun for the house, but I'm so happy that Illinois, the laws still kind of suck, but I'm glad they're loosening up a little bit and seeing it's real out here.
Yeah,
And I noticed that the states that have the strictest laws have the worst crime rate, and I don't get that. You know.
I get it. I mean, it kind of makes sense why that happens.
Mhm.
But Illinois, to me, Illinois gun laws and Chicago gun laws are two different worlds.
Yes,
So the city
absolutely.
got mad restrictions,
Hmm.
but once you get outside the city, you're a little bit more free to move.
Free to move, especially downstate.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's good though. I'm glad to hear that.
So yeah,
That you're doing the right thing out there and protecting yourself. Better.
yeah. And I'm trying to encourage other females to do the same. That's why I'm so happy for She Fires, Yoki, Miss Phoenix, Red Phoenix, because I can show them, because a lot of my friends are like really girly, girly more than I am with the heels and the nails. So when I show them, like, look, Yoki doing this, she sliding whole halls, or She
Yeah.
Fires doing this. So I'm glad to see that the gun ownership is really taking off, especially amongst the Black community, because a lot of us feel that we can't conceal and carry because so much going on out here, with the police and all this and all that. But I tell them, we all have the right, two-way. We all have the right to carry and protect our home.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
I'm really cool with that.
I think
Um,
we should tell people to, and this is all fresh to me as well, but we should be telling people to train.
mm-hmm.
It's one thing to have a gun, you can shoot every now and then, go to range, but you should. When I say train, I don't mean you got to get out and do tactical training where you jumping
Right.
around or doing none of that, but you should be comfortable using your firearm in case you ever had to use it in a real situation.
Yep. Well, because it can definitely end up in a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
So what are your top three, Carrie? And then what's your top three that you like for your home defense?
I don't carry a bunch of different guns. I carry a Shadow Systems, which is kind of like Glock 19 size.
Okay.
I carry my 365 SIG.
That's a popular one. Okay.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And I mainly carry those two.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said
Home
home
defense.
defense.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're about to take me down this weird rabbit hole, right? Because when I got on YouTube, I used to hear people use that term all the time, home defense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm a person that don't really believe in a home defense gun. So when you
Okay.
ask me what do I use for home defense, whatever the closest thing is to me, the closest thing is loaded, that's what I'm grabbing because instinctively that's what you're gonna do.
You're gonna grab, yeah.
You're not gonna be like, oh, I got to get this one because it's the home defense gun. No, I'm just grabbing whatever's next to me and try to go figure out what the problem is. So that's kind of how I move. Now I do have, firearms I keep in my car, like so I might have something on me, but I'm always have something else in the car. Maybe a couple things in the car depending on where I'm going. So just depends.
Just depends. And another thing I like about your channel is the lives. What made you start doing the whole live streaming thing? We'll have a conversation with other gun tubers as well.
So two things. One, well, first I went live the first time by mistake.
Oh wow.
That just happened by mistake, and then I just started going live. But I had this idea of being able to bring YouTubers on and show them in a real light. That's what I wanted to do. Like, it wasn't really about interviewing that YouTuber or, fanning out over the YouTuber. I always felt like people are so lost behind them cameras. I've only been on YouTube a year. I'm still getting used to it. So it's like people get so lost behind the camera, you never get to see who the real person is.
Yes, I agree.
It's like us looking at Denzel in Training Day, but that's probably really not Denzel, right?
Right.
So I want to see who the real Denzel is. So that was kind of my approach. So when I talk to them, that's why I don't call it interviews. When they come on, we just talk. You come on here and I'm gonna chop it up with you. I don't, treat them like celebrities, even though they put in work and we know them and we adore their work. I never look at them that way. I always look at them like regular people like me, because I started finding out a lot of YouTube, not all, but a lot of YouTubers got jobs. They have real lives outside of YouTube.
Yes, we do.
So you'd be like, yo, what's good with you, And you find out a lot of them really cool.
Yeah, I have. I definitely had the last couple of 6 months, definitely. Tactical J, Kick Up Dust, She Fires, Gun Girl, ATL. Very cool people.
And then you're gonna find those who be caught in their character. They think they are who they portray to be behind the camera. It's weird. But yeah, I digress.
Absolutely. So for which I'm excited about to hear, the second annual regular meetup that's coming up. I tried to register, but it was all sold out. Because I'm always in Memphis anyway in May. Well, Tennessee in May for Memphis in May. So my plan was, skip Memphis and just go there. I did talk to Carbon Q. She said some stuff was open, so I was going to check it out after this interview and see what was still open. But that was my plan to come down.
That know some people. Let me see if we can figure out.
So I definitely want to. But tell us a little bit about it. How did it all come about in the first place?
Yeah, the first meetup was in Houston, Texas. Came about from an idea from a brother that supports the channel. He just said it in my chat one day, like, "Yo, you should do a meetup where everybody can like meet you in person and come hang out with you." And I was like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. And I was so early on YouTube that I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know who would show up or how that would be. Then I started asking, like, man, who would come out if I did this? And then it's really about the people. Like, so this meetup for YouTube is not about YouTubers. Now, of course, there's going to be some big YouTubers there, but this is really about the people who support us and being able to bring everybody together. When we did it in Houston, it went well. So I said, if it went well, I'll make it an annual thing and we'll do it every year.
Man.
Now we're on number 2. We're going to go to Nashville. And then we're also going to add an award show.
Yes, which is so awesome.
Yeah, just to give recognition to a lot of the content creators that don't get recognized. So
I definitely put in my votes. So have the votes been coming through for you?
Oh yeah. A lot of, I've been getting a lot of phone calls from a lot of big YouTubers that's on board and want to make it big and want to make it legit across the community so we can start being recognized for what we do.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you because I was like, man, that's a big thing. When I seen some people posted the one that was in Houston, I was like, oh man, that looks so cool, so relaxing, so real, because that's another thing. A lot of people, like you said, you will meet them in person and they are just not who they say they are, but it seemed like everybody that was there was real, having fun,
Yeah, it was
shooting their
fun.
guns, interacting, you know, and I see a lot of them became friends even afterwards.
That's the part. Now you with me. See, a lot of relationships got built. Um,
Mhm.
a lot of relationships get built through just that interaction in the community. Like if you know in the lives you'll meet people like you and I are both from Chicago.
Mhm.
But had there not been a live or a community for you to come through, you saw me on YouTube. But how do I
Mhm.
contact him? How do I
Mhm.
get to that person?
Get to
So
that point.
that's
Mhm.
what the platform has done, allowed us to be able to get to one another and communicate, if we need to. So networking, that's all it is.
Networking. And you know, the kids I work with, that's what I tell them. I'm like, yeah, you can have an education, you can have the degrees, but it's about communication and networking. You know, you never know who to put you in a certain position. So that's definitely dope. So what can we see on the YouTube for the future? What's down the line? I know you do the giveaways, the donation giveaways and things like that. What else you got going on?
Just content. I promised myself that I would do more content this year because as the more the live got popular and I started going live more days out the week, I just kind of forgot about regular content. Like it was like I didn't have time to do it.
Yeah, you don't do the reviews no more. That's why I was like, what happened to the
Well, I
reviews?
do now. See, we got
Yeah.
to start keeping up again because I've been dropping. I just did a new video today as we're recording this, but a new
Mhm.
video came out today. But I've been trying to do at least three videos a week at least, and just be consistent. That's my goal now, to be consistent with the other videos as well as the lives. So it's consuming a lot more of my time, but
Mhm.
it's I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind putting in the work if I want to get the result.
If you want to get the results. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I totally appreciate let the people know how they can reach you, your channel name for all the people that don't know, but a lot of people should know. And things of that
Yeah,
nature.
I'm small. I like the fact that you think I'm big, though. You give me a lot of confidence walking out of here. But
You
no,
man, you big aunt. So
a regular gun guy everywhere. So
and regular everywhere. So I
YouTube,
definitely
Instagram, Google it, whatever, you'll find me. So that's all.
well, I definitely appreciate this interview because I know you're a busy person. YouTube, make sure y'all go subscribe a regular gun guy on all social medias. Don't forget to like, share this video, comment down below. I definitely will leave his information down below. And on another note, thank y'all for joining me on this video. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.